dirty. Right. I was like, I'm going to hell.
Call the people.
But I couldn't stop. I had to keep using.
Must have been something good because how the fuck did you
She got laid. Hi, y'all. Today's different.
What's something new?
Yeah. I keep on thinking I gotta yell to the camera. Like, all right. I'm doing Hilary's hair today. Bing, 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 bing. And y'all are gonna watch
episode 5. We're doing, I was gonna say a tutorial, but I guess it's not. What do you call these? This is how you do hair. We found some styles and figured, why not kill 2 birds, 1 stone?
1 stone.
So, for episode 5,
Nice.
pause. Hello? Unpause. Let's start over. Okay. Episode 5, we're going to start with questions from the public. You want me to read off the first one?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, you're a little busy back there, huh?
I'm like, do.
So our first one was, hi girls, how do you feel about people who post their partners with an emoji over their face? Is that weird? I think so. Like, let me in your business.
Seriously, let me know who the man is.
I feel like the only reason, okay, don't take offense, please, is I know girls who do this all the time, is if it's different men in every post, because we know you're out there doing your thing, getting your money. So I find that's common, because, like, they're tricks. Your tricks. Yeah. They're covering the trick's face.
Like, that's fine, I feel. Well, like, just don't post them unless they want to be posted, and then you have to do that, whatever.
But if it's your man, why?
Bro, what are you doing?
Why? Are you scared that someone's going to be like, yo, he's my man too? Like,
that's what it is.
It has to be.
It's either that man got a family or something, or
6 kids
you just want
people
to know you got a man, but, like, you want to keep it on the low.
But we want to know.
So you know,
give us
that's not cute.
It ruins the picture. Okay?
Yeah, just stop. Like, what?
We're nosy.
Or if you're gonna be weird or like sneaky about it, just don't post their face. You know,
do the little hand post on the table. Like, I don't know. I still want to know who it is. So,
like, oh, I got one. It kind of relates to that. Like, if you're in a relationship, it's all over freaking social media, and then you break up. Let me know why.
Please. Don't just start posting single.
Like what? What happened? You guys were the forefront. Y'all were the face. I want to know.
You were the couple goals out here, and then you just MIA.
And now you're not together, so give us the reason.
Like, what happened? Or people are full on, like, engaged and shit, and then they're just like, yeah, we ain't together no more. Why?
Yeah. Or they'll be like, it was a mutual agreement.
No.
It was not mutual nothing.
No. Someone's a psychopath, someone cheated, or you found out some crazy scandalous shit.
Yeah.
That's it. And we want to know.
Like, we just grew apart, but you were just posting last week, so what's up?
Exactly.
When did you grow?
On vacation. Broke up.
Like, let us know.
It took me a while to post my name. I almost say his name every time. I guess it doesn't really matter, but it took me a while.
Yeah.
Because I, for one, was never, like, a big poster anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But then, it was definitely a couple months.
I ain't posting you until you post me.
We don't post it.
Like, even still, I gotta wait. Like, before, I used to, but...
And, like, especially with the kids. Because, like, I didn't just bring them in the house, like, yo, here's my kids.
Right.
Like, I don't know. I saw a post about that the other day, actually. Getting off topic, but it was like, oh, what did it say? No man after 2 weeks of you dating him should be bathing your child.
What? Whoa.
Yeah. And that, like,
whoa,
that punched me in the chest, because they're right.
Why would you be bathing my child?
Exactly. And, like, a young child at that, I mean,
in
young or old,
weeks?
It doesn't matter. But
no, honey.
No. Especially, okay, one, it's not your child.
Yeah.
You're a random at this point, 2 weeks.
I don't even know you.
What's your middle name?
Right. 2 weeks, you ain't even meeting my kids, let alone bathing them. What?
Why are you... No.
Mm-mm. Next. Second question from the public. Would you ever do celebrity... I was going to say makeup. Celebrity hair or nails. Like, why can't you do my makeup? Hell yeah. I would. But like, celebrities are rude, and I don't care who you are. You're not going to add to me and think I'm not saying nothing. Sorry, but I definitely would though.
I would love to do LMA.
Oh yeah,
like I feel like she'd be really down to earth.
Yeah.
Sad that I missed her tour, but next time. Dang. Yeah, I feel like I don't even know if she gets her nails done though. I feel like a lot of posts I see she has like manicures normally.
Really?
But like I'd be down to do that.
I would want you to do Meg Thee Stallion things.
Fire. Like she's another top of the list.
Yeah. I want to meet her. Like I just want to be friends.
I just feel like it'd be a vibe.
And like, I don't know. If I see a celebrity, I'm not going nuts. I just feel like they're just people.
Well, my thing is, I'm dumb. Like like straight up, I feel like in the way that I could walk past someone who's famous and not even know, right. And they'd be like, "Oh my god, did you see blah 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 blah?"
Like where?
Like we were in Vegas, so we went to this rooftop bar, and like okay. So I got tickets for free, and it was like Juicy J's performing. It's a day party, blah, 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 whatever. So in my head, like, home when they say, oh, this person's going to be there. They're never here. Right. It's just like an event with their music.
Yeah, I hate that.
So I'm thinking, okay, they're probably just going to play the songs, especially how I got free tickets. I'm like, there's no way you got free tickets and there's a celebrity performing.
Right.
So anyway, I'm in the pool. I'm lit. I'm playing volleyball with these people, whatever. And then you hear... like, there's no introduction. This is what threw me off. I don't know what Juicy J looks like, okay?
Right, me either.
Like, I know his music, obviously, but to see him, I was like, I would have no clue. So anyway, you hear someone come over the mic, all the ladies come to the stage, blah, 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 and I turn around, I'm still like, who the fuck is this? There's him on the stage, because once he starts singing the songs, I'm like, oh, that's him. But... I could have walked past that man on the side of the road on any given day and been like, cool, whatever. Wouldn't know.
I'm freaking weak. That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm not a big celebrity person. Terrible with faces. And I'm rude. So, like, if it was a famous person, they were like, hey, yo, I'd be like, what?
What? They're like, come here.
Like, no, I'm getting in my car. I gotta go. And then later you see yourself on, like, a Facebook short, and it's like, this girl turned down fucking Lil Wayne. Like, it's me.
This girl turned down celebrity Lil Wayne.
Well, and meanwhile, it's me at the gas station, like, no, running to get in the car. Like, I avoid people at all costs.
You think I want to be on cam? So now, but like off guard.
Oh man,
hell no.
Question number 3: what is the largest tip you've received?
Ooh.
And do you remember who it's from?
I just feel like what? I just feel like it was that girl who I was talking about last time. The $30. I don't remember.
I got $100 tip once.
What?
It was at Christmas.
Hoodie.
And aside from that, 50, I would say.
Whoa.
Those were my 2 biggest tips. And at one I thought was an accident because she did it on the machine.
Right.
And I thought she meant to hit 10. So I messaged her when I realized what she did. And I was like, yo, I think you hit an extra 0. Like, this shit ain't right. And she's like, it was Christmas time, though. Mm-hmm. And she's like, no, like, have a good Christmas, blah, blah, blah. It's okay. God. And I'm like, you sure?
That is so nice.
Close the business.
Start the car. That's so nice. See, not everyone's evil. All right, guys, we're going to do a new segment. I think we'll do it like every time. And it's going to be crazy stories. Not our stories, others.
I think we shared enough of our craziness.
Yeah, like Ina.
See you later in the episode for more.
So, I found this story on Reddit. All right, this title is Whatever I Saw Wasn't Human. So, it goes, so some context is this was a couple years ago, and I was probably around 13 at the time. I didn't believe in ghosts or stories or urban legends, and could care less about myth. I was and still am a hard believer in science. Anyways, I was in the process of cleaning my room one day, and it was just me and my grandpa at home. I was watching a video by Sam and Colby since I was starting to experience weird things in my house. The video was glitching at one point, and I was trying to figure out how to fix it. All of a sudden, I can hear these 2 low footsteps, but it didn't sound like it was in the house. It sounded like it was outside and really far away. I thought it was an earthquake, so I didn't pay any attention to it until out into the horizon, I saw something weird. Something almost human, but not. Dang. It was huge and tall. I tried to get my grandpa to see what I saw, and he thought I was going crazy and lying. As of recently, I've been seeing a bunch of videos about giants and how they've been mentioned throughout history and in other countries as well. If I remember correctly, it's also mentioned in the Bible. I'm a believer, but it's making me crazy. Dang, I believe it. Right off jump.
I've definitely seen some stuff that, like, it's like, is your mind playing tricks on you?
Right.
Or is it actually there? And then you keep questioning it. That's kind
Do you believe in giants? Or, like, that they were real?
I don't know. I believe a lot of stuff.
Right.
I've never really thought about giants, though.
I believe it. Like, wholeheartedly. And aliens, too.
I just, like, if we're believing... Don't tear me up. In dinosaurs, okay? Because, really, the average human lives, like, 70 to 80 years.
Right.
So, how do we actually know that, okay, 400 years ago, some man was writing all these stories, like this, that, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I know there's fossils and stuff. That's why I said, don't come for me. But, like, when was the last time you saw a flying fucking dinosaur?
Right? My thing is, I believe in dinosaurs, but I don't think they look like what they depict now. Like, I don't think they're like her. They could, because, you know, a human skull looks crazy.
I know.
You don't see the face.
Exactly.
So, you got all these bones, and you're just saying it looked like this. Who said? It could be a bird.
What if they were furry?
What? Like, thank you! You didn't thank you!
Why they gotta be scaly?
So,
what if they had long, luscious lungs?
Yeah. What if they were like
they were waiting for Nate to break them up?
What if they had their hands on the table?
They were the ones making dinner. Damn.
Yeah, like what if they were just like balls? You don't even know anything.
Oh my god.
I blame the white man. So blaming on everything.
Oh my god! So I just opened Reddit and put in crazy stories, and the top question was, "What's your I stuck my dick in crazy story?"
Like what?
Like what? Okay, I gotta read the comments. She found my house and I never told her where I lived. Proceeded to tell me how good I looked leaving my home and wondering which car I had. Enough said. That is...
What?
Damn. How you find my house?
That's weird.
She first tricked me into thinking she was pregnant, and when I discovered the truth about that, she then tried to trick me into thinking she was diagnosed with HIV.
What?
Neither were true, so not sure what her long-term plan was. Oh my god. Are people really that crazy? Okay, this reply is too long. I'm not going to read that one. A girl I was seeing regularly had a tack board with a bunch of used condoms on it in her closet. I confronted her about it in a serious what the fuck moment, and she just shrugged. Don't worry, they're not yours. What? Oh my god!
What?
Why are you saving those?
Bro.
Voodoo. Black magic.
They're sick and twisted. Like, ew.
Went home with this girl I had been pursuing for a while. We're deep in a foreplay when she gets on top of me and says, I had an abortion before. Okay. Just wanted you to know you don't need to wear a condom. If I get pregnant, I'll get another one.
Girl!
Said moral of the story, if a girl tells you that you don't need to wear a condom, you really need to wear a condom.
Like, what the hell?
I'm dead. I could read these forever. These are crazy.
What intonation?
Like, what the hell? Oh my. Said hi, I was the crazy, although we didn't actually get to any dick sticking. I'd been dumped and was really upset about it. Went drinking with friends for a birthday. Met a guy at the bar, took him back to mine. The specific details are a bit blurry, so you're intoxicated.
Oh my gosh, girl.
I know that I started crying a lot, thought I was going to puke and ran into the bathroom, came back still crying, at which point he made the sensible decision to go home.
Yeah.
I might have begged him to stay and just cuddle with me, but he noped out, which again was the sensible decision.
Yeah.
He knew not to get wrapped up in that.
Why are you crying in public?
Do that in the shower. Like
go in the
rest of us. Oh,
that's
man.
nuts. People are crazy.
So I think we have some, back to not our crazy stories.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have some stories for today.
Yeah. Okay, I was seeing this one feller, and like every time we would hang, he would make us get drunk, but like he would have a 24 case of beer and take them, like drink them all.
That's a lot of beer. I feel like,
I think either 2 or 3, but I can't even drink beer.
I can't drink it like that. I can have a few like Coronas or something, but sipping on a Keys,
no,
my chest hurts.
Like beer ain't tough. I don't know what everyone's lying.
Tequila all day.
Thank you. So that's a
pure alcoholics. I'm drinking it right now. No.
Freaking okay. I think it was like the second time we hung. Oh, now that I think of it, like, what are you doing, Néomy? Anyways, he had Smirnoff. It was a big bottle.
Yeah.
Shots. Alcohol? And then I passed out. I don't remember anything. Okay, trigger warning. It's kind of sad.
Oh, God.
I woke up. This man's... Like, I woke up naked, right?
Oh,
but in my head...
right now.
Yeah, my head, we didn't do anything. I thought... Because usually I would sleep like that. Or, like, I thought I was so drunk I took my clothes off.
Yeah.
But then, time goes by and I'm like, what?
Thinking about it.
This guy goes, yeah, when we were doing it, blah, blah, blah. I was like, wait, when?
Like I had
because like he was like, yeah, you never really messaged me back after that. Wait,
you mean after I was intoxicated?
Yeah, I was
had
like,
no idea what happened.
So our word,
yeah.
But yeah, I got alcohol poisoning, and I was telling him I was like, I'm in the hospital right now.
Put me in the woods with the bear.
He was, thank you,
please,
the bear. But freaking. He was like, oh, whatever. Like, it wasn't that bad. Like, Cuz was not trying to hear it. What was I thinking? Like, I don't know. I was young.
It's not your fault.
No, like, that's sick and twisted.
Man, I don't understand. Like, no response is a no.
Right?
But anyway.
Like, how would I even respond? All right.
Did you see this? Oh, my. That just reminds me of something I saw the other day. And, like, you know how the people get the little mics and they go around do the little interviews on the side of the road? He was, like, asking all these men, like, how many times does a girl have to say no before it's no?
I can't believe that's the men,
well, most of them were, like, once. Like, as soon as she says no. And one guy was like, well, if the vibe's off, like, that's a no. So, one guy was like, she has to call the cops, bro. What?
Wait.
Yeah, and then the guy was like, "I'm making her say no until she says yes."
What?
And the guy was like, the little thing came up, and it was like, "Call the cops now." Get this man, because what? So you're peer pressuring people. If someone says no, like, yeah, just keep asking until she feels so uncomfortable that she has
to say yes. And then
you're a rapist.
That is rape. Like, I don't understand. How do you think it's otherwise? Oh, she teased me. Okay, go on with your hard little thing and go to bed. It's not the end of the world.
Like, and as a female, I can say, because I've been in this situation of being uncomfortable, and then you just get to the point where, like, you're like, okay, but you don't want to do it.
Right.
And I'm like, no. Like, I'm going home.
Like, I hate, like, that used to be a lot of cases.
Like, you should not feel like that. I should want to be there and want to be with you.
Why do you want to have me?
And I should be conscious.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Like, you guys are freaks.
Oh my god. Get me off this topic.
That's why I hate me. Get mad. I'm actually sweating. Like, so, talking about those interviews, there was one guy, and he was interviewing this girl, and he was like, what's your deepest, darkest secret confession thing? Mm-hmm. She says she goes to restaurants and puts rat poison in the condiments on the tables.
What?
Yeah. And so the thing was, like, you just admitted to a crime. Like, it's probably... Like, what?
What the hell? So you're poisoning everybody.
But why? What do you get out of that?
That's sick.
Like, you don't even see the freaking person.
Like, just knowing in your mind, they're at home dying.
Like, how could that be okay?
That's disgusting. People are fucked. I have an alcohol poisoning story. When I was back in my day. So my brother, as many of you may know,
they know him by now.
We love it. He's about 6.5, 7 years older than me. So when I was underage, he wasn't and could get us that good stuff. And yeah, I had to be 13, I think. And my mom was like the cool mom and didn't mind, like, I'm not going to say didn't mind if I drank. Like, CPS, don't come for me. Please. It wasn't her fault. But, like, if I drank, she wanted to make sure I was either in the house or she knew where I was. So if anything happened, like, there was never the call of, oh, your kid's dead in a ditch somewhere.
Right.
So, like, she knew I was going to be drinking. I called my brother, hey, she wouldn't buy me liquor, but if I was going to be drinking, I had to tell her. So, 13, call my brother, yo, it's my friend's birthday. She's upset. Like, can you bring us some liquor? He's like, cool, no problem. Mind you, I've never drank at this point and probably weighed like 100 pounds soaking wet. This man comes in with bottles. He comes in with a bottle. And, like, what are the big ones? 40s?
40s?
He comes in with a bottle of Smirnoff, a bottle of Malibu, a bottle of Crown. What was the other one?
Dang.
Smirnoff, Captain Morgan. And then, you know, like the 4 mixed shots, like the Sex on the Beach things? A pack of those. So she come to the house and, like, she's kind of upset. She's like, I don't feel like it's going to be a good party, blah, 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 blah. So that's why I call him. I'm like, bring the liquor. Like, it's cool. So she goes, gets in the shower. I was like, I'll straighten your hair. We'll chill for a bit, and then we'll go down to your house. So he comes in, puts all this. I got a mini fridge in my room. Bow, right on the fridge. And I'm like, let's start with the shots. So we each take 2 of the shots. So at this point, we were probably drunk off that.
Right.
Like, we're children. My dumbass. I look over. I had an empty Gatorade bottle in my room. I'm like, perfect.
Oh, no.
I take every bottle, all 4, dump them in the Gatorade bottle. You know how big a Gatorade bottle, like the tall ones. So I mix all 4 of these. The Captain. So we got rum, we got vodka, we got Malibu, which is like just disgusting. No mix though. All 4 liquors fill the Gatorade bottle. I'm like, you ready to go? She's like, yeah. So we walk from my house to her house, which is about, at that age and the pace we could walk, like 10, 15 minutes. I drank that whole bottle to myself.
What?
Yeah. Just walking down the street. And her birthday was in January, so it's cold out. So I'm thinking, okay, like, this did nothing. Mm-hmm. When we went from the cold to the hot of her house, this is about 9 o'clock at night, mind you. No one's in her house yet. I think there was maybe 3 other girls there. And we're, like, up in a room or whatever. I knew I was loaded when we walked upstairs and the heat hit me.
Oh, shoot.
And, like, I could feel my eyes get red and I just was hot. So me being me, when I get drunk, I either try to do backflips or turn into a rapper. So I'm rap
now.
I'm a rap star. I'm in the bedroom, like I got bars. I'm going for days. I rap for about 10 minutes straight, just saying I'm like, yo, give me a word, and then just going talking shit. And I don't even think anyone's listening to me at this point. I'm just like running my mouth. Anyway, they're like, let's go downstairs. So we go down to the basement where the party is. And I remember standing up trying to dance and whatnot. Just like room doing this around my fucking head. And I remember this girl looking at me and she's like, you don't look good. You should sit down. And I was like, no, I don't want to sit down. I knew the minute I sat, I was done.
Yeah.
She pushed my forehead like this because there was a chair behind me. And I remember, like, it's so weird. It was like a camera was here in my face, and I just went and sunk into it. Like and then I opened my eyes in the hospital.
Oh my gosh.
And so apparently her mom called my mom and was like, your daughter's down here drunk as fuck. You better come get her, blah, 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 blah.
My God.
So mom come to get me. My friend's brother carried me out of the basement. For one, thank God there was nobody else there because I had a skirt and like a black shirt on. My skirt was up to here when I woke up in the hospital, like all bunched up. They had cut my shirt off in the hospital. I didn't remember any of this. So yeah, he carried me out the basement. I guess mom said when we got to the hospital and they opened the car door, like I fell out. I was that drunk. I was like, oh. I remember telling the nurse to shut the fuck up.
Oh my God.
Because I was crying when I got there. I was like, I don't want to be here. I want to be at the party. Like, where's my brother? Blah, 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 blah. Crying for my brother. And the woman's like, you need to shut up. And I was like, who the fuck are you telling to shut up? 13, mind you.
Like,
I'm like, who are you telling to shut up? You shut up, bitch. And my mom's like, so when I didn't remember this at first. It took me a couple of days. My mom's like, you were calling the nurse a bitch and everything. And they put an oxygen mask on me because I tried to spit in her face.
Oh my God.
And then I felt bad when I woke up because, like, I was quiet as a kid. Yeah. And so I was like, fuck. I was like, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, it's okay. Like, you're intoxicated. I'm like, yo. They put the IV in my arm, and I already have small veins. I guess the thing slipped out, and all the fluid filled my whole arm. What? I remember that part because I remember mom running to get the woman and being like, you got to take that out. And all the fluid, like, my skin was so tight.
Oh my gosh.
What else happened?
How is that okay?
I just remember looking at my mom, like when I opened my eyes and seeing her beside me and being like, fuck. And she just kind of gave me this look and she's like, you won't do that again, will ya? And I was like, no. I didn't get sick.
Like that.
I almost died, crazy. But I didn't get sick.
Wow, must be nice.
No hangover, nothing. That IV did me good.
No, I was throwing up freaking for the whole entire day.
Ugh. Like, that's the worst. I've only... I was sick a few times from being drunk. But no, I never drank like that again in my life. But no one told me. It's not like he gave me all the bottles and was like, don't mix them. I never drank before in my life. I didn't know. I'm like, oh, this is a good little cocktail. Let's put them together. Like, who does that?
I'm weak. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. One time I was with my friend Kathleen.
That's who pushed me in the chair in the basement. It was Marissa's party.
We were down. There was a party down downtown Dartmouth. It was on that street. Whatever. But like, you know, by Alderney? Like,
yes.
That street. Get in there. Tell me why. Oh my gosh. It was a pimp party, Brenna. Like, I was not supposed to be there.
So, like, not the pimp party. New recruits.
I was like, so we went in. First of all, it's this little area. And, like, there was men just lined up. And I was like, so I went to the bathroom freaking out. And I knew I wasn't supposed to be there. I couldn't even call my mom or
Panic
nothing.
attacks.
I was like, oh my gosh.
How old were you?
Oh, gosh. Probably, like, early 20s.
I'm weak.
Like, freak, I got
say like 15.
No, look, I didn't do nothing till I was like 20.
I'm dead. See, I got it all out of the way by the time I was like 18.
No, bro.
Like, whole family was settled down at 12. No,
like, I didn't even know about like the bean and stuff. I didn't know much. I was just like, oh God, I can't believe it. No, that party was scary. I was like, I'm not even supposed to be here. Like, I can't even call my mom. Oh my gosh, one time I was on Churchill at a party. And like, something went down and I was scared. Like, and I couldn't even call my parents because I wasn't supposed to be there. But like, someone got shot and I was like, I'm next. Like, this is it.
Just lay on the floor now.
Like, that's actually scary. Oh, I was so bad. But like, not bad, you know?
There's nothing worse than being... No, you weren't bad. You're just in the wrong place at
didn't
the wrong
know.
time.
Yeah.
But like, especially when you're older, having that feeling of, fuck, I'm not supposed to be here. I hate that. Like, just let me leave. And don't hold me hostage.
Like, that's nuts. But yeah, I can't believe that party, bro. And like, oh, I can't even say who. But this guy, you know the girl. He was there with a friggin', you know them frig emoji sweatsuit?
Yeah.
Damn, that.
I'm weak.
And I was like, that's weird.
I'm weak. I when you want to tell the story.
Damn, like I want to say the names.
How many people gotta be here?
Stop watching right now.
I've been in, how do I say this? Some bad situations. No. I've just been on the sidelines, is how we'll put it, of some weird shit. Mm-hmm. Because my big bro, shout out to you, this episode for you, exposed me to a lot of things that normally you wouldn't be around as a child. So, like for example, I didn't go out to the club until I was 20, almost 21. Because, and like, for those of you who don't know, we're not like the States. You can go out here when you're 19.
Yeah.
I didn't, because, I'll try to make this story short. Big bro was doing whatever he was doing. We won't put that out there. He was in the club, and this man walked up to him. This is what I gather from the story. This man comes up to him, says his name, and when he turns around, wow, right in the face with a bottle.
Oh my God.
So the bottle shatters off his face, breaks his front teeth. It split like this part of his lip, and little shards of glass all in his face from the bottle breaking. So me, I wasn't there because I was underage, but if that was me and someone smashed a bottle over my face, I'm laying on the ground. That's it for me.
Like, we're done.
There's nothing else I can do here. He keeps fighting this man.
Like, how?
How are you alive, for one? Your face is dripping blood. Your lip is like, when I say disconnected right here in the middle, it's gone. It's hanging. Anyway, he starts fighting the guy. They're rolling on the ground. He's giving them 1, 2, whatever. The guy picks up a piece of the bottle and stabs him 3 times. So, like, once back here in the neck, down through his shoulder, and then somewhere else around the same area. He's still fighting him. Like, he almost, like, severed your spinal cord, and you're still fighting this man. So anyway, the guy that was, like, trying to fuck him up or whatever. Again, I'm 5'1". My brother's probably a couple inches taller than me. Like, he's not a big guy. Crazy. Not a big guy. The guy bit his neck.
Oh my, what?
And so it was an African fella who, and I'm like, the first thing that came to my head was like, you don't know what he has.
Right.
When I say bit, like teeth marks.
Wait,
tried to rip his jugular vein out of his throat. So anyway, this man, the club is in Halifax. We live in Dartmouth. The people he's there with, first of all, where are they at?
Yeah.
They threw my brother out of the club because, what do you think he started? Like, I don't know what happened, but they put him out. He was wearing all white. It was red.
Oh my God.
So the guys that he went to the club with figured out, like, fuck, where's he at? Went outside, put him in the car. Common sense would be go from the club to the hospital.
Yeah.
He was on house arrest. And he couldn't leave the house without my mom.
Oh no.
They come to Dartmouth. All the way to Dartmouth. Past the hospital. Bring him to our door. Now, normally, if he would knock on the door at like 2, 3 in the morning, we're not opening it because we know you're drunk and you're acting a fool. This man let out a scream that I've never heard in my life. Like, sound like he was halfway to death. Oh. So I flick on the light, run downstairs, because at first I'm like, Mom, should we get the door? And then I hear him scream, and she's like, go get the door. So I run downstairs, and we had 2 doors. So there was like and they were both like steel doors. But there's like a cubby thing. Mm-hmm. I opened the first one, flicked the light on. They got my brother like held up like this. Oh. His head is hanging, like he can't hold it because he's losing all his blood. He got stabbed and everything. Dang. And I turned the light right back off. I don't want to see that. Right. So they're like, what do we do? Blah, 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 blah. So Mom and me being me, I had just got my license. I'll take him to the hospital. Like, losing it. This man got no teeth, no lips. He's like, I need a cigarette. And what are you smoking away? He's like, I'm not going to the hospital until I get a cigarette. What? And like falling all over the lawn and everything. Cannot stand up straight. Bruh. So anyway, give him the cigarette. And I remember him smoking the cigarette with like half his lip because the other side is like hanging, like doing this. So I'm like, oh, okay, this is crazy. They take him to the mom takes him to the hospital because she has to say she was in the club with him. To the feds watching, this never happened. It's alleged. She was there the whole time. So anyway, I guess the woman the nurse that cleaned his like stab wounds in the back, she could put her finger up to here in the one in his back to clean it. And she's like, if it was an inch over, like you might be paralyzed. Stitched up his face, whatever, pulled all the glass. So like if you looked at him, you wouldn't be able to tell he had 50 million pieces of glass in his face. But anyway, they gave him all these pills because the man bit him and whatever and told him, yeah, take it easy. This man was out fixing his car the next day. You boy. Like, why are you laying under a car? So, yeah, no. I didn't go to the club for a while because in my head I was like, I'm going to get bottled. Like, I'm not doing this foolishness.
I remember my first time at the club. That's crazy. It was the Dome. And I had on this leather dress. Oh my god! Well, I was so drunk, like that was ridiculous. Like, what was I thinking?
Plot twist: the first time I actually went to the club, my friend got stabbed.
Oh, really?
PTSD with the clubs. Oh, there was me worried about getting bottled, and shit went left anyway. Yeah, it was fucked.
I seen a post on Twitter, and it was like, my landlord gave me a 60-day eviction notice because she wants to move her family into my house. So not your house. But, can I fight this out in court? I don't know if you can, but what's their problem? Like 60 days is 2 months. Ain't no way, boy.
Like, I feel like it might be 60 days to put someone out, but don't you need a reason?
But like,
so you want to make me homeless so you have a place to live?
That couldn't happen here because I would just be cruel. I don't know. Maybe that's the state, but
it does happen here, though. I know someone right now who got a message, and the woman was like, "Yeah, just letting you know we're listing your house next week." She's been renting for years, like has lived there forever.
She's gonna be homeless then.
Like, way to stress me out.
What? Okay, it's like you can kick whoever you want. Oh, obviously, but I just would be like,
you don't have a heart,
right? Just be like you have a limited amount of time. Don't say like freaking 60 days, and then like, what if you have kids and shit?
And like, there is a thing where, well, it's not a thing, but it's a thing. Like, if you're gonna sell the house, the people that are buying it, you can be like, you have to keep the people that are renting in there.
Yeah.
Because, like, why wouldn't you just do that? Be like, there's already people, if you want it as, like, a rental property or whatever.
That's sick and twisted.
That happened to me. We were living in Eastern Passage in a house, and we moved in during COVID because they were trying to set it up as, like, an Airbnb. Yeah. And she's like, yeah, like, because of COVID, like, we really don't want people in and out. It's too much to clean it, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And we kind of helped them out because they had fully furnished it to make it an Airbnb. Yeah. And we were moving, like, from, oh my God. We came from out west, so we didn't have most of our stuff. And then when we moved out of our place before that, we put our stuff in storage because the guy, another landlord horror story, but
Terrible.
that was a shit show. So when we put our stuff in storage, like we got rid of our couch and everything, and it worked out because the house had the furniture in it, and we just like threw out whatever we didn't want or got rid of.
Yeah.
So we kept the couch and whatever, and we told them, like, we'll just pay you for the furniture instead of you guys having to store it because they didn't want to have to move it if someone was moving in with all their furniture.
Right.
So anyway, kind of helped them out, whatever. And the worst part was, my man was like, well, are you guys going to sell this house? Because it's when all the prices dropped and people were making crazy money.
Yeah.
And they looked us dead in the face and they were like, no, not going to sell. Like, you guys might have the opportunity to do rent to own and this, that, the other thing. So they're selling us the dream. We're like, oh, we got a whole house, like, might be able to buy it from them, whatever. We weren't even there a year. And the woman calls me and I was at work. She's like, can we talk? And they only lived a few houses over. So like our kids would play and whatever. But the way she said it, I was like, something's wrong.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I work late, but like I'll come over after work or whatever. So I go there and she's like talking and talking and talking. And I just looked her dead in the face. I was like, are you selling the house? And she starts crying. Oh, and she's like, yeah, like I feel so bad. I told you guys that we wouldn't and
yeah, you
whatever.
You did say that.
And then told me this story about how everything was so expensive and they had 4 other properties they were getting rid of. And how everybody trashed all their other ones, so they had to sell ours because it was the only one in good condition to get the money to pay to fix the other ones. So the only people that are paying the rent on time and actually taking care of your property are the ones you're putting out first.
Like, that is evil.
She told me, it was the weekend of my birthday. She told me on Friday. I had a party on Saturday. I had my son's birthday on Sunday. We packed our shit Monday, and we were out by Tuesday.
Oh my gosh.
That was a shit show. But, like, they don't give you notice. She's like, yeah, we're listing it. It's like, she pretty much told me it was gone by Sunday.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, so where am I supposed to go with 4 kids? Right. If I didn't find the place I did, I'd still be in that house.
Really?
Because where am I going?
That's terrible.
Like, my mom's in an apartment. What do you want, 8 of us in a
right?
2-bedroom? I'm not leaving. Well, I'm going to live here with the new owners.
Like, come on.
We're all gonna live together.
There's gotta be another way. Like, at least give you time to, like, figure it out and then sell it. Like, I can't stand landlords that's solely their income.
Yeah.
Like, get a fucking job.
And then those are the ones, though, that don't want to fix nothing.
Yeah, slumlord.
Like... They make us do a whole background check and everything to rent a place. Who's checking these landlords?
Like, thank you.
They're crooks. My one place had mold. Find out 6 months later the door didn't lock. Okay, yeah, that's on my part. Nice. But, like, we didn't go out on the back deck because we don't smoke or anything. So why would I be out there in the winter?
Yeah.
So I just assumed, like, the door has always been closed. I put the little latch on to lock it.
Yeah.
And we went away to the States for like 2 weeks, come home, and my mom was over. She went out for a smoke. He went to check the door and make sure it was locked or whatever. Mm-hmm. And when he pulled it, it opened. So he closed it and flicked the thing the other way and pulled it. It's still open. No. So I messaged the landlord like, yo, why doesn't the door lock? He's like, oh, I thought you knew that. You thought I was living in a house up here where I'm living with no lock.
Like, seriously?
And then he when we first moved in, like, whoever was in there before did not take care of it. Ugh. And, like, all her furniture and everything was halfway still there because he evicted her. And I never knew why. I feel like she just left. Because he was like, oh, she didn't pay my rent for 3 months, blah, blah, blah. Whoa. I found out why in the end. Because me and him got into it.
Oh.
But, like, the basement ended up having mold. The water heater bursted one day. And he's like, oh, I'll get there in a few hours. Cool. I guess your basement's going to be ruined because I ain't cleaned it up. Like, just stupidness. But when we moved in, there was no toilet seat.
What?
Because it was so bad. And, like, the toilet was so nasty. I was like, you might need a whole new toilet. Because no. And so, anyway, he took the toilet seat off to throw it out. And I'm assuming, like, you're going to bring a new one.
Yeah.
No. So I messaged him. I'm like, the toilet seat, ... And he's like, it took us 18 days to be able to move in past when he said we could. Because there was no fridge. The stove didn't work.
What?
The light in the kitchen didn't work. The girl's furniture was still in there. It was dirty. It needed to be painted.
Like, they just given anyone the ability to be a landlord. Like,
so he took the furniture. We ended up cleaning it and painting ourselves.
Oh my gosh.
And we're like, well, if we're going to paint it, you got to take money off. He's like, I'm only taking $200 off. You mean that's the paint? Like, it was so bad that it was bad. Then he brought the fridge. The fridge was obviously sitting outside in the snow. It was coated in ice. Everything. I'm like, does this work?
Come on.
We bought the things to fix the stove. So I was like,
I was
keeping tabs of everything that I replaced.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I texted him about the toilet seat, because I had enough, I was like, we've done everything. He goes, I don't deal with petty bullshit.
What?
He said, your man can fix it, can he? I said, cool. So
how is that bullshit? It's your
guess
property.
what? When I left, I took the toilet seat.
Yup.
I took the stove things that I had to buy because the elements didn't work. I took the light that I bought at IKEA for the kitchen. I was taking anything.
Well, yeah.
I paid for it. Look, I didn't take the goddamn light switch covers. Taking it off. And I took it and threw it in the garbage. But, like, you ain't gonna
But you're not having it.
You're like, I didn't take the fridge.
Right.
Oh, my.
Like, come on. Get it together. I was watching Baddies, right? And freaking this girl named Gretchen, whatever. She says the N-word, but she's white. And she's like, I'm not white, I'm Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican is not a race freak. Like, I hate when people are like, or, me no black, me Dominican. Like, you're still black and Dominican. Like, what don't people understand? Like, they don't know the difference between race and ethnicity, nationality. That's like saying, I'm not black, I'm Canadian. Is Canadian a race freak?
That's crazy.
But yeah, they beat her. Like, in 2024, you're going to say that on camera in a host full of black women. And she was like, she doubled down, bro. She was like, I don't like, I'm not saying it as a racist thing. It's just when I get mad, I say nigga. Like, what? Like, what? I was watching it with my client last night. It's a guy I was saying that I had a checkup on. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he ended up coming, y'all. He's coming, y'all. No, he was weak because freaking, yeah, he was like, I can't believe she said that. I was like, so you hate Enners?
I feel like even as a fan, yeah, as a part of the fellow Yellow Club, I'm even cautious of when I say it. Like
I even catch myself like getting uncomfortable if there's a white person around and I say it, like to make them uncomfortable. Then I'm like, wait a minute, you enslaved my people.
I would never walk up to someone. It's the way you use it.
Yeah,
I feel like, but obviously, if she's white,
shut up. Don't. Especially, okay, whatever. Do it on your own time. No one can stop you. Whatever.
Don't let me catch you.
But don't let me catch you. Yeah. But if black people are saying, I feel uncomfortable if you use the N-word,
that's it.
Then just stop. Easy.
That's it. It's not a word you need in your vocabulary.
Right. But you can tell it was in her vocabulary. She kept saying it and she was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm sorry.
So you're doing it on purpose.
So you like always
if I'm telling a story and it calls for it,
yeah,
we're using it. But I'm never walking up like
well, someone like
yelling it in the gym. One thing that makes me want to say you're gonna be weak. You know when you're in like a setting and you're just looking around and you're like,
there's a lot of niggas.
No, when you're like feeling the vibe, you're like, this is it. Like these are the homies.
Yeah. Like, I don't even know will they flag this video.
Good.
That's funny. But yeah, it's in my vocabulary. I try so hard.
I just curse a lot.
Like, I don't know where this came from. Probably being suppressed all my life. Like, I didn't start cursing until I was, like, in my 20s still.
See, I was
now I can't stop that.
late teens because I would never curse around my mom. Even as a kid,
still be like, sorry, mommy.
Behind scenes, I was never cursing with my friends. Like when I was younger, because I was always subconsciously like, nah, I'm gonna turn around. My grandfather's gonna be there. So I was like, no. Until my brother, we're outside one day. I'm coloring on the picnic table. I was probably 8 or 9. And he's like, I never hear you curse. Like, Hilary, just curse. No one's around. No one's going to know. There's probably like 5 of our friends out there. And this man, like, for 5 minutes, he's like, just say fuck. Just say it. Just say it. I promise you won't get in trouble. I won't tell no one. I finally say it. And I'm like coloring my little piglet or whatever. And I'm like, fuck. I turn around. There's my mom. Wow, right in your lips. She grabs all my crayons and takes me in the house. You want to be out here cursing? Blah, 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 blah. Traumatized. Never did it again. And I'm looking at him while she's like,
it's all his fault, man.
No, because the one time I cursed, crazy. He knew.
One time, my sister, my older sister was freaking in the closet, like trying to hide from my younger sister and scare her, right?
Yeah.
But then the younger one came up and she was looking for something. And he was, whatever. He was in the closet and I was like, so she was like, oh my gosh, you're always touching my fucking shit. Always touching my fucking shit. And Key's like, never mind. Like she wasn't gonna go scared. She heard her cousin. That was probably what, 10, 9?
I'm weak.
So funny, bro. That is so funny. You know, like I still say, what the heck? Like, I'm weak. And I won't like even still, oh my god, like saying that, I'm like, God forgive me. Like saying the Lord's name. Help me. Oh my gosh.
Instead of saying Jesus, like if you're saying Jesus Christ, I'd be like, hey, Zeus. Like I get some Christ. Start speaking Spanish. So it's not as bad. Coño. Fuck. Just mad. I got a question for you. Yeah. I got a story about this here. I'm being weak. What is something extremely dumb you did as a child? That doing it, you were like, this is fine, but after you did it, you were like, why?
Well, it's dirty. No, I gotta tell it now.
It's out there.
Bruh. I used to so much. I'm talking. I got a whole different story.
It was an addiction. Get the intervention.
I'm telling you for real. Okay. It's kind of sick and twisted, but I'm just letting it all out.
I'm actually crying.
Freaking, I had this stuffed animal, and it was like a tiger, right? It was a tiger that sat like that. And one of the parts I used to be riding at.
I'm so weak. For me, it was a blanket.
I didn't know that you could use your hands either, right? So I was always going nutty on that thing.
The dogs when they have and they're like, tigers, don't play with that one.
I was going home. And each and every time it would end, I'd be like,
sweating, need a nap.
And like I would pray. I was like, no one can ever find this soap, bro.
You ever get caught?
No.
I did
when I was older, but I was having and my cousin walked in. Oh my
god.
He was like, what are you doing? Nothing.
No, for me it was a blanket. I'd ball one side up like this. Oh my god, man. I'm weak. Woo. Listen, lay down, flip the back up. Right?
Bro, I thought it was a single experience.
Nope. But the worst part is, as a child, no one ever told you, like, okay, it's normal to have these.
Right, I didn't know.
So I'm thinking, like, oh my god, I'm going, like, this.
Right, I was like, I'm going to hell.
Call the people.
But I couldn't stop. I had to keep using. I'm lying.
Oh, just say you're a sex addict.
Right?
Just say it,
bro. Holy shit. I need a drink. Hold up.
Oh, I'm sweating.
And then when you're done, it just feels so gross.
Like why did you do
you're
that?
A dirtbag, you freak. Oh my god.
No, I got caught in 3D.
Oh no.
But like, didn't even know. But the worst part is, I got caught in the worst way because I had my little blanket on the floor. I legit was like 5. I only know that. I have proof. Mom took a picture, okay? Because I was doing the thing. And I fell asleep.
Oh,
so I had the blanket tucked in between my legs, but the rest of it was flipped on me, so it looked like I was just with the blanket, right? Must have been something good, because how the fuck did you fall asleep on the floor?
She got laid.
So are you a pedophile on yourself?
On your bed? Bro.
She took a picture. And later in life, she's like, look how cute you were sleeping on the floor. And I never said nothing because, like, bro, I wasn't, like, I was sleeping, but that's not why I was sleeping.
Like, you don't even know the half of it. Oh shit, you think it's cute?
God, 4K.
That is so funny, bro. I can't. Me and my
got me where I am today.
Fortunately.
Oh, it's too much.
Holy, I'm actually sweating, bro. Oh my gosh, my head is gonna pop off. How am I still doing this? Oh my gosh.
Oh,
no, but freaking me and my older sister used to watch these. It was called The Underground. Mommy said, I don't want to see you putting it on because it's for adults.
I'm weak.
We used to,
oh my god!
Yeah,
that's what the show's called.
The Wayne's Bros and stuff.
I'm dead.
Yeah, bro.
I've been trying to think of the name of that show for my whole life.
We used to put it on, turn it down.
Put on one.
Just watching it. I used to turn on, I think it was channel 39 or 4, whatever.
I know what
Sexy
you're talking
channel.
About. Yep.
I used to be like, top of the bed, finger on next or last.
Put it real quick.
Turn it right down, be like,
and if it didn't work,
nothing's on, seriously? But like, my bedroom is right next to our parents, so I was like, oh gosh,
can't do nothing.
Risk. But the risk was even better. Like, that's so bad.
Because it's the hype and knowing, fuck, I might get caught.
Oh,
I'm dead.
Me and my friend.
If you or someone you know suffers from masturbation as a child,
like now,
down below.
I got the rose shaft.
There's much better options in life.
I know. I was like, I just got it, and like the next day, I was like, I couldn't keep it in. I was like, sorry, like to my sisters, I was like, TMI, but the rose is top. And they're like,
listen, talk about it.
Like, whatever.
Oh, freak.
Can't get no real love.
Too many risks down here.
Yeah. No, that's so funny.
Oh my!
Like I thought for sure I was going to hell.
Are you on the way?
Oh my gosh!
No, I forgot about that part of my life.
Right? If I ever have kids, I've got to be like, well, then it's kind of creepy.
I know. It's alright if you want to touch yourself.
Yeah. I was like, also, wait a minute.
Just don't do it. Like, okay, we know you're going to do it. Just don't do it in the open.
Right. And
so your mother can get a picture.
I would drag that stuffed animal to the bathroom. Like, everywhere I can go.
Oh my, no, the worst part is, this, should I even say it? As I got older, it got worse.
Right. More stuff.
It got worse. When you get curious, you're like, why does this feel so fucking good?
When I found out I could use my hand, it was like, look.
Game over.
Going nutty on the thing. Mike was like,
please, give me a break. Give me a break.
I would like, and when I found out you could do it like right after each other,
game over. Oh my god.
And that's probably why, like, I can please myself, honey.
I was just about to say that. Oh my! I had this conversation the other day. I'm now discovering, because I do all females.
Yeah.
And we talk about a lot of things, but it is very common that men do not make women finish.
But that sucks. And
why
I feel
are you
like
here?
A part of it goes back to like what we were saying before, like the no thing. It's like you're scared to tell a man like
so
what to do. Like, in a nice, respectful way. Just too rough with the hand, bro.
Yeah,
chill.
Calm down.
I took the hand.
Like,
I was like,
just just a light touch.
Yeah,
you
that's all you need.
Like,
you're going like
calm
this.
down.
Now you scratch my insides. Now I got an infection.
You're not mixing fucking bread.
Like, come on. That might work for you
it's
and your dang-a-lang, but chill on our privates.
It's sensitive. That skin is
yeah.
Relax.
Like, how would I take your balls and be like, is that what you want?
No, it's funny. Really common that a lot of girls can't finish from a man.
You got like,
and I'm like,
up.
Just how?
Because men don't want to listen. They think they know everything. You don't even know.
Like at the point when you're laying there and you're like, what are you doing?
Like, where are you at?
Behind.
And guys think they're so tough if they have a big old thing. But like, if you don't know how to work it and be gentle, then it's just
calm down.
Like, none of it's good. And make sure you got the angle right. Holy.
There's just so much to it. And like, in the mind, I don't know about you, but if I'm not in the mind frame, then like if I'm not thinking like, this is fire,
yeah,
like, you're doing good, like I'm attracted to you, it's not going to happen.
It's not happening.
If I'm not mentally into what we're doing, and I'm just like, oh fuck, I got to do the dishes, I got to do this, it's not going to happen.
Just don't even.
Just get it over with.
Right? Please yourself right now.
And like you said, when you figure out that you can back to back to back,
right? Like, and the guys suck. Like, you can't even go for a while. Just kidding. 5
hours.
But like, I hate when like, I'm trying to go all night, and you're like, oh, falling asleep.
Just go home.
Ick. Just joking. No, see,
but if you can do it for yourself that many times, not to cut you off, but you can't even get me there once.
Like, what are you doing? We understand that guys can't always go back to back, like, you know.
Yeah.
So that one time that you have, make it good for us at least. Damn,
help me, help you.
Like, you just want to get off? Why don't you just go jerk off then?
Bye.
Oh,
just. The stress.
That's so funny, bro.
I remember when I was younger being called green. You ever get called green? You can call me green, purple, red, or blue. I ain't doing it.
I'm not doing it. And like, in my head, people had crazy stories when they were in like junior high.
Yes.
Freaking in the bushes and stuff. And I was like, what?
Yep.
I remember I was in high school and this girl was like, nah, like, are you a virgin? And I still was. I was like, yeah. And I wish I wasn't so bad, but now I'm like, no. And she was looking at me, like, ready to cry. She was like, good for you.
Yeah.
Now?
Because if I could go back. If I could go back?
Yeah. I felt so left out, but now I'm just like,
no. And like, I wasn't a hoe. Okay. I can still count on my fingers. Okay. But it was like, why did you feel like you had to do that at that age? And we ain't putting that age out there.
Right.
But
but it's just like, you didn't know any better. I don't know.
I remember a girl came to our school, and like, again, I looked like a little boy at that age in junior high because I was
same. So now,
like, I'm dead. But this girl, she comes and she's like, yeah, I sucked my man off behind McDonald's.
What?
And we've been doing it for years and blah, blah. I'm like,
Years?
we're 12.
How are you doing it?
And I'm sitting there like, I got my Zellers joggers on. I got my tall tee. I got my high top Air Max. And I'm like, what?
Like, at a certain point, it's child neglect. Kind of considering.
Well, I'm questioning my whole life choices. I'm like, am I missing out on something? Right. Is there something I should be doing?
I used to be like, dang.
Like, can't wait to go home and do my math.
Like, oh my gosh. Oh. No, there's this girl. I remember we were in grade 7. She was pregnant. And,
what? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
What?
She was pregnant in grade 7.
God damn.
And, like, going into grade 8. And I just thought, and she was smoking cigarettes. But yeah, freaking, it's so sad. Like, her little boy is old.
That's crazy. I thought I was bad. Damn.
No. But then I'm like, it's not her fault. Like, I just couldn't believe people were having sex at that young age. Are you even developed all the way?
Like, you shouldn't be able to get pregnant that young.
Right.
Who made that a thing?
Like,
I'd be sick. My daughter's about to go in grade 9. I can't imagine.
No, bro.
I physically cannot imagine. Like, I'd just be like, huh?
Like, wait.
I'd go sit in my room for a week.
Like, hold on. You didn't
I'd come back out and be like, what? No.
Like, no, bro.
Mm-mm. I'm like, I was young. I was 15 when I got pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
I was 16 when I had her. And then 16 when I got pregnant again. And 17 when I had her. And like, no. Like, if I could go back. Okay, love my kids. That's
yeah.
But aside from that, I would have waited because that made life a hell of a lot harder than it should have been. Because who graduates high school with 2 kids?
Damn, that's crazy. You graduated though. Like,
at prom, got my baby. It's like,
that's so what? Cute. But it's like, live and learn.
Yeah. 4 kids later. Like, the worst part is, I didn't want kids. I was always the kid that said, like, if I ever have kids, I'll adopt. Like, I didn't want the pregnancy body. I didn't want that experience at all. I just didn't want the responsibility of a kid. And then it happened, and I'm like, fuck.
Like, here we are.
And then I had the first one, and then I wasn't going to keep the second one because I was like, this is too much.
Yeah.
I'm fucking 16.
Yeah.
I was like, how am I going to finish school? I knew I wanted to go to university and whatever. And then looking at my first daughter, I was like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do it. Here we are. Got a date.
And now, we made it, y'all.
7-6.
No, like, seriously.
Yeah. Damn.
That's crazy. That's so funny. I think my armpits are sweaty.
After that, my story for that question, because that was not what I was. That threw me right. I was telling this story because, okay, I have a small problem with fire. Okay. I, as a child, still now, like, I kind of stay away from it because I know how I can be. I'm a fire starter.
So what is it called?
A pyromaniac. Okay? I'll burn this bitch down.
That's why we're on fire.
It was me. It was me. I started it. No, so I used to fuck around with lighters and matches as a kid. And, like, at a young age, like, you shouldn't be touching it. Why do you even have it? So Mom smoked, so there was always, like, lighters or there was something in the house to start a fire. I would fuck around with, like, tissues on the stove, trying to catch them on the burner. So I'm sitting in the living room one day, and I'm pretty sure it was a Kleenex. I had a box of Kleenex beside me. Mom wasn't home. She was at work. I was probably in grade 3, maybe grade 2. I'm sitting home chilling. I had to be in grade 3 because that's when I got a key to the house. That's crazy.
What the heck?
Like 7. Anyway, Go home.
Okay.
So I go in, lock the door, put my cartoons on, and I had painted my nails. And I had like nail polish remover out and everything. I was like, I wonder if this is flammable. So I pour some on my fingers and lit them.
Oh no.
Well, I'm like, fire fingertips. So I like shake it off, whatever. Then I grab the Kleenex. I'm like, let me light this up and just watch it burn. So I lit the first one, it like burned up into nothing, and our table was glass. So like my dumbass just drop it on the table and wipe it up later. Well, I lit the second one and a piece like flew off and hit the carpet and burnt like a small hole. So I pulled the table over a little bit so you couldn't see it. So anyway, I'm like, nothing wrong with that. I love the smell of matches, so this is my weird confession. You know when you light a match and you blow it out, that smell of the smoke
I like it.
I fucking love that smell.
It smells good.
So my grandparents used to have a box of matches in the drawer, and I would light the matches and blow them out to smell it. I lit probably 4 or 5 of them, and I was like, I can't get the smell enough. Yeah. Like, I want more of the smell. So I lit the match and blew it out and stuck it up my nose.
Oh, you've got
When I say I almost fucking died. Because, first of all, and I mean, like, blew it out, like, here, and stuck it right up my nose, and, like, inhale it, the smoke. I have asthma, okay?
Oh,
so the first problem was I inhaled every ounce of smoke that came off that fucking match.
So, literally, asthma attacks.
Dying. It went straight down my throat, the blackness that comes off it, right down my throat. I could not fucking breathe.
Whoa.
It definitely burnt the inside of my nostril. Like, hacking and dying. And Nanny comes out and she's like, why are you coughing like that? I'm not able to tell her to stuff a match up my nose. Burn all my fucking nose.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. And then after I did it, I was like, duh, why would you do that?
Man, that Dre did that the other day. Not the other day, but the other month. Mommy was like, why did you do that? And he was like, ask your daughter. Me. Because I went upstairs for 1 second.
Wow. You weren't watching them?
Like, oh my gosh.
Oh, me.
Man. Me? Like, me and my best friend. We used to kill dead fighting. Like, I never got no other fight except with her.
Are you serious?
But, like, every day, we'd be like, like punching, bro.
Over what?
Nothing. It'd be nothing. And then I don't know how her mom let me go back. Like, I used to stay there so much. We would just be killing dead, bro.
Oh my god.
And then one time, like, my granddad just painted their stairs. And I was like, I'm going home. And I was walking, and her mom was like, don't go down the stairs. I was too scared. I was like,
run it.
I wasn't. I was. No, we used to fight so hard. Like,
oh my god.
And she was like, how come when I punch your back, it doesn't hurt? I was like, see, my back doesn't hurt. You got to get me, like,
explaining how to hurt
in the face or something. She was like, oh, okay, next time.
What? Just getting ready for when I'm really going to fight somebody, you know?
Like, what? And, well, I got in a fight with my cousin one time. That's it. Like, I wasn't never in no big fight except when I got older. Oh my gosh, down the club. Oh my gosh. Freaking, there's this girl. I didn't even hear her say it, but I heard someone say she said the N-word.
Set you crazy.
She was, wait, I just went off and I had a dress on. It was like this and then this. So like right here was out.
Yeah.
Pulled down, boobies. Oh, that's so embarrassing. And I was like, did you see my boobs? They were out. And then this guy was like, yeah.
Can I get a tip?
But I was beating her and I was just black, right?
Yep.
And then I know, like, someone was hitting my head. I was going, but still, like, next day, yow!
You're gonna feel that in the morning.
And then the police was there, and I'm surprised I didn't get arrested.
There's certain points where they're probably like, they're just being fucking drunk.
Yeah. And the girl was going, fuck you! Wow.
I almost fought the guy that worked at the fucking pizza thing down there.
Oh, man, they're rude.
Yeah? You know when you're drunk and you just want food?
Yeah, bro. Won't even let you use a washroom.
I was out, so me and my man were out at the same time, but we weren't out together. So I didn't even know he was down there. Anyway, I'm with my friend. I don't even remember who I was with. Yes, I do. Never mind. Take it back. We're in the Willie's lineup, but we weren't in the lineup. Okay, lineup's down the street, and I'm like, fuck this. All these people are drunk. I'm drunk. I'm like, I'm skipping the line. And like, no one's gonna notice. I'm jumping right to the front. So I jump in front of the guy that's next. I get to the window. The guy behind me is like, I don't even care that you cut. Like, here's my debit card. Buy my food and yours.
Nice.
I'm not, right? Cool. Say less. The guy at the window, he's like, I'm not serving you. I just watched you cut the line, and shut the window.
What?
I went off.
What?
I was like, he doesn't care that I cut the front of him.
You
like,
don't. What if you were his woman? He don't know.
So then I'm like going off, like just screaming. Mind you, it's packed down here. Then I look up and I see this guy coming down the street at me. I know him, but he don't know me. And I only know him because I was doing a couple of his women. Yeah, I can't say no names. So a couple of his women. So I hear them all telling these stories. So I know who he is, but I've never like met him. So I see him and his buddy coming down, and I look at the guy in the window, and I'm like, "You're in trouble now, buddy." And he's like, "What?" So I'm like, I run up to him, and I go, "You want a poutine?" And he goes, "Yeah." He must have thought I was gonna buy him one. Mind you, again, he does not know who I am. He's like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, you ain't fucking getting one because you're black." He's like, "What?" And then I look at the guy in the window. I'm like, "He's a shooter. He's a shooter. He's gonna give me my fucking food." Like going off. And the guy's just looking at me and keeps walking. So then my friend runs over, sees Denny, and she's like, "Yo, get your woman." Like, what the fuck? So he comes across the street. He's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "This motherfucker don't want to give me no food because I'm black." And then, knowing it's because I cut the whole time. So of course, Denny knows everybody. He walks up to the guy, like to the window.
How?
And the guy's like, "Oh, what's up, man? Blah, 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 blah." And he's like, "Babe, just go over there for a minute." So I like kind of stand on the side where you pick your food up. I'm like, "I just want a poutine."
Like, please.
So he orders the food. I'm like, "So you fucking let him cut?" Then I'm even more mad because how are you giving him the poutine when I just...
What does it matter?
It's cool. You're making your money regardless.
Right.
Them people behind me, all 50
they don't care.
No. Fuck downtown.
Like, oh. Man.
I caught someone cheating downtown.
All kinds. Crazy.
And sucking the white girl in the mouth.
That's terrible. Get your men. Man, one time, we were at freaking the Dome, and this guy was trying to just be inappropriate with one of my friends, and my other friend, like, we had her back. Mm-hmm. She punched him in the face, and we were like, "Yeah, get him." But then he came running at us with a bottle. Oh, never mind. Just run away. Like, how are you doing that to girls? Like, what? We're done.
You may be wondering how we got here.
So what? We took a break. So what? But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. This is the end of the show.
Thanks for tuning in. Episode 5.
Episode 5. That's crazy. We're 5 deep.
Damn. How long you think we're gonna go? Forever. It's never gonna end. If y'all keep giving us good questions, then we can keep with the good stories. You know.
This is the end result of her hair.
You like it?
My mic cut out right at this moment. Seems racist. Anyways, what I said was free Palestine, free Congo, free Haiti, free Sudan, free every single oppressed being on this earth. Because ain't no one free until we all free. Straight up. Look at me back there. I look like a proud mom. I'm weak.